What's up, you guys? It's your boy Debo, and we are having another episode of A Moment with D. Now, before we go into anything, make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube page, D.E.B.O Music. As y'all can see, I'm not here by myself. So I want y'all to welcome to D.E.B.O Music, my boy, the one and only Sosa.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
All
What's
right.
up? What's up?
So this particular series is going to be called A Moment with D and Sosa, and like the under title is going to be No Cap. If you guys watched my previous Moments with D, then you know that a lot of our episodes are more on the spiritual side, and we'll still have like spiritual stuff going on, but it's going to be more relaxed, talking about other
Life.
things. Yeah, life, things that are going on in the
Life.
world. So, you got anything you want to say real quick? You want to share? Want them to know about you?
Nah, honestly, man, I'm just glad to be here. Glad to be a part of this process. Glad to get the truth out because world, y'all need to know it.
Facts. So, the one thing I wanted to share with you all is, everybody goes through stuff, and I think people realize since COVID that life can change just like that, right? And so you have to learn how to bounce back. You have to learn how to get up, and you have to learn how to keep going. So I wanted each of us to share a moment or a point in our life where we felt like things were going south. We didn't know how things were going to change, but we got through it, and we're still here. So you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Honestly, don't rock paper scissors.
All right, let's go. Look at that.
Like I won. Like you going first.
All right. So, all right. This is a really it's a real interesting story, and I don't know if I've shared it with you. When I first got into this is really how I actually first got into acting. Story is when I was really getting into acting. Funny thing is, I wasn't really looking for it. What I remember was I was working. Dang, I wasn't going to share this. All right, this came. All right. So I was working at the school, right? I was working at school, and God was like, it's time to move on. And I said, God, I don't have anything else lined up. And that was a process of me starting to like really trust God. And so anyways, I went through with that. My cousin, shout out to you, Micah. He at that time was doing acting work, and then he was telling me about the company that he was working with, and that's how I originally got on board. And then you know this because you've done this with me. I model, and you've modeled. He's modeled with me, you guys.
It's great. Come through if y'all want to learn.
No, facts.
Best teacher ever.
We're gonna get Chantal's Christian Modeling Ministry out there soon.
Oh yeah, come to the shows.
I was actually this particular summer was like doing a lot of auditions for Fashion Week in New York City, and so I actually got at the initial audition, they selected me to be one of the models. And for some of you who don't know, and this may not be for every show, so take what I'm saying lightly. But with this particular show, for this particular Fashion Week show, you have the initial audition, and then you have what they call the designer meeting, which is where you actually have to model down the runway for the designers to see if they actually want to put you in their clothes. And like I said, it's different for every particular show, but this particular show, that's how it was. And normally what happens is if the people select you for the actual audition, the original audition, then more than likely you're going to be selected by a designer. There's going to be a designer there who's going to select you. It's rare that you don't get selected by a designer once you already get to that process, that next step. So I'm there, and okay, I gotta share this, and I just want to share because I just want to share. When I originally did the original audition, they were shout out to Tyron Mays. I hope I'm saying your name right because I remember you always got on us and we said Tyrone. Tyron Mays. I'm saying that because I remember when I was auditioning, he stopped me. He was like, "You're doing something with your knees," and so I know that I have like duck feet, like my feet naturally go out like this. But when you're modeling, like you're really not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be straight. But in order for me to go straight, like I have to bend my knees in. And so he was the only person who called me out on this ever in my entire life. He was like, "You're doing something with your knees." I was like, "I know exactly what you're talking about." He was like, "Go back." I was like, "Okay, I know exactly what to fix." And so, I go back and I model. And so there's this other lady. Shout out to you, Mama Ross. Mama Ross, she's big in the industry. And so she was there. Mama Ross, by the way, her son is like I think he still is, but he was like one of the top like international models.
Oh, wow.
And his name is Sean Ross. But she was there. She was one of the people, one of the judges. And when I went back the second time to go up the runway, she hit the table and she was like, "And that's how you model." And like then the whole entire room gave me a standing like clapping ovation. And I'll never forget that because I was like the first male model to walk. So all the other models behind me, had to live up to that.
Had to live up to your example.
But yeah, so that was fun. So then, like I said, the next phase was the actor designer meeting. And so when I did that, I modeled, and then the different designers just selecting people, and like now the numbers are dwindling. They haven't gotten to me. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then finally, the designers were like, "We got everybody that we have, and that's it." So I'm just sitting there, and then one of the coordinators, she comes up to me and she's like, "I'm sorry, this rarely happens, but every so often you have somebody who falls in between the cracks, and it just happened that they didn't select you." And I'm like I'm trying to hold back tears because this is something like I really wanted to do, and so then I'm walking. This took place in Harlem, so I'm walking down the streets of Harlem in New York, and like tears are starting to come down my face. I'm like upset, and then I get into my car and I just start crying, and I hit up one of my friends. Shout out to you, Wilson. We gonna play your music one day soon, Wilson. Oh, you already know. Much love, bro. And I text him, I hit him up, and I'm telling him, bro, I'm at this audition. They rejected me. And he was like, "Bro, calm down. Just keep going. You got this. Just keep going, keep going, keep going." And I took that to heart. I literally went home that night. I just started looking up all different auditions, all different types of things that I can get into, and I found this casting for looking for people for this movie, but they didn't say what the movie was for, and I just submitted myself for it, and literally the next day they said they wanted me to come down to Atlanta. I was in New Jersey at the time. They asked me to come down to Atlanta, and when I got to set, because they didn't tell me anything, I found out that was the set for the Coming to America 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember you telling me that.
And from that set to now, like that set opened so many doors for me. Like, but that all came from a place of me crying in Harlem, New York, in my car, and my friend telling me, "Keep going," and I kept going. And now I have like a whole resume of commercials and movies and TV shows that I've done. So I just thank God that I thank God for Wilson for that moment of helping me to keep going and for the strength to actually to trust God and to keep going through all of that. So
oh yeah,
that's me.
yeah, man, that's inspiration right there. But in terms of me, mine's a little bit in a different direction. Mine's more so, which y'all can't lie to me. All of y'all, including the both of us, we've all been through it. And it's really just being with the wrong person or people. I've had my faith tested and my patience. And I don't like either one of them tests. I'm just being honest. Just I'm not gonna drop no names because that's that person's prophecy also. But I was talking to one person. I mean, I went through hell with this person. Straight hell. I mean homelessness. The whole nine. And I didn't have to be. I could have went home at any moment. I could have done anything to get myself out that situation. But to all y'all who out there rocking a good heart, wearing your heart on your sleeve, shout out to all of y'all. Because the good guys and the good women out there, it seems like we never win, but your time is coming. All you gotta do is keep pushing, just keep pushing. I mean, it took me about 8 months to send that person home. They lived all the way in Utah. I didn't have money for a plane ticket to Utah. I worked it out. I figured it out. I got her in a better place for her, which allowed me to get in a better place for myself. But I'm saying all this to say, take a moment to yourself first. Find out who you are first. And before you even get into a situation with somebody else or into a relationship, a situationship, whatever you want to call it, find out who you are. And I bet you get in that situation, it's not going to take you as long as it took me, because you're going to see. You'll start to learn and see people, how they act and operate before you make any life-changing directions or any life-changing type of decisions in your life. Like, you find you first. You need to find you. I'm still in the process of finding me. It's a battle. You would think finding yourself is probably one of the easiest things in the world. It's not. Because you have to, first off, you're fighting to have your own opinion while fighting not to live by others. I'm going to say that one more time. You fighting to have your own opinions, and it's just an opinion. It's not facts. It's not the way you probably going to live the rest of your life. It's an opinion. But while you're doing that, while trying to fight other people's opinions of you, of a situation, of anything. Like, I have a friend, and she's called me multiple times within these past couple of weeks, and she just tells me different type of situations that all revolve around one simple thing that she can do: walk away. Walk away. If you walk away from a situation or people, it doesn't matter what they say. It don't matter what they do, as long as they're not physically harming you in any way. But if you're not around them, they can't. So what they say to you or about you to other people, none of that matters. Walk away. Be the bigger person. It's a lot easier. That is a lot easier than people give credit for. Walk away. Be the bigger man. Be the bigger woman. I'm telling you, your life will elevate. Like, best way to put it, I was watching a video, so shout out to whoever video it was. I apologize for stealing your saying, but Jesus was not nice. He was kind. Niceness is not a fruit of the spirit. Kindness is. So I will always treat all of y'all, anybody that come across me, with kindness, but you don't have to be nice. When you be nice to people, you get walked over. When you be nice to people, you end up homeless months on end for no reason. I was being nice. I thought I was helping that person while sticking through homelessness with them. When both of us elevated as soon as I got them back home where they needed to be, and when I got back where I needed to be. So Being nice is gonna get you in a lot of trouble. Being kind, you have a better chance of still being able to live your life and not have to worry about consequences of really others' actions. Still your own, but also others. So that's my little piece in terms of still being here. Y'all, I was homeless. I'm still here.
Still here.
I'm still gonna keep pushing. Even if I was still homeless, I'm gonna still be pushing. That's the end of the day. You can't stop grinding for you.
For you.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. And I appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing that.
Oh
like,
man, look.
Like
we all live our lives out here.
That's
Everybody go through their own struggles.